Hi YouTubers, welcome to one of my videos and any ham radio DIYers out there. And I've recently done videos to do with upgrading my coils from steel wire to enamel copper wire and things like that. So I've redone my coils where they're sitting here, but that's really not about that. This is a dual band aerial coil, I should say. So with the coil actually in circuit, it's the 40 meter band, and with the coil short circuit, it's the 20 meter band. So in other words, this coil is not needed on that particular band because the telescopic sections I can adjust for the right wavelength. So I thought, well, shall I just make an adapter from this type fitting here, which is an M10, to M10, which is a telescopic. And I thought, well, you can buy adapters, but because my thread's different here, I need to do something a little bit different. So, did I say that right? Yeah. When I'm on the 20 meter band, I don't need a coil, so I've made an adapter that goes on here, that goes straight to the telescopic, and I'll show you what it looks like. You can buy them, but they're the wrong thread. Because my thread's different on the tripod sitting here. So what I've done, I've made this adapter here, and it's a piece of domestic water pipe, UK size, and the top is an M10 and the bottom is an inline coupling, but it's not M10. I don't know what thread it is. It's not an aerial thread, it's a brake pipe thread, whatever that is. So I've made this. It's got two pieces of wood in it, piece of wood in there, piece of wood in there, which is like a big dowel rod. And then I've got, again, I use a bit of old copper 15mm pipe, cut it and flattened it out. So this here goes to the ground radials or counterpoise, which is the screen here, which is this piece of copper, and it's got an SO239, and the centre of this goes to the M10. So those two are isolated. So what I can do now with this homemade unit, very simple, it's just a few wood screws, a bit of wood, a couple of bolts, a couple of, an M10 coupler and brake pipe fitting. I can get this now, I can thread it on here onto my tripod, like that, so it's sitting on. I can then get my telescopic aerial and put in the top. So for SWR on the 20 meter band, I can just slide the sections here, this telescopic rod, up and down. So there's no coil involved at all. I don't have to fit a coil which is short circuit. I can just fit this adapter. The other thing I can do with this adapter, I could have just a ground stake which goes in the ground for the counterpoise. So it gives me another way of with my aerial equipment. And I've made a smaller ground plane radial plate, and that's covered off in another video. So yeah, it's a couple of washers here, plastic pipe, couple of wood, piece of copper pipe hammered flat, drilled for an SO239, and the cracked threaded bits on the end, and it looks quite neat actually for me. I try and keep things simple as possible and cheap as possible, because I don't have any adverts on my videos now, deliberate, because a lot of people don't want them, so I took them off. But I try and make as much as possible, as cheap as possible, So really the only cost involved in this, because I had most of the bits, was the SO239. So it cost me probably £2, something like that to make, which I'm quite pleased about. So once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. The next video will be to do with my solar powered Meshtastic node.